So there's now reporting that Twitter is not against selling the U.S. version of Twitter to our president-elect Elon Musk. I'm puzzled. Billionaires bad, mega corporations bad, but we just keep giving these rich asses every penny we can. It's just like Twitter. He bought Twitter, and people are still complaining about Twitter, but they're still on Twitter. They're on Twitter complaining about Twitter. Go to Blue Sky. Quit Twittering. I've never been on it. I don't even know what it's about, to be honest. But instead of sitting there and complain about it and then continue to use it so that they continue to make ad revenue, stop. You'll survive. And then Zuckerberg runs down and kisses the ring with the, marmalade moron in Mar-a-Lago. And people are complaining about that. Well, quit using Facebook. Shut it down. I had a Facebook, never really used it other than to, see what the grandkids were doing. But I've since, deactivated it. It's not hard. And, I don't know, go back to MySpace. It's still there. It still exists. But I'm tired of hearing people complain and then continue to use the same sites that make them more money. Just like his vehicles, Teslas. Quit buying them. They're ugly anyway. For the price, they have a large lack of imagination, whoever designs those cars. They're just horrible looking. And now TikTok. And from what I've seen I've never been on TikTok, never used TikTok. But from what I've seen, YouTube is a better option anyway. So why are you even over there? And if he buys it, really? Why in the hell would you want to be over there? Now, I get it. There's a lot of people that aren't political. But yet they still complain about the same things we all complain about. And that's the rich controlling everything. Everybody complains about that. Every working person I know complains about the wealthy. But yet every person I know goes out of their way to make sure that you continue to support those same wealthy people. But yeah, I Dr. Evil exists, and he has hair. And he's, as far as I can tell, an illegal immigrant from South Africa. But he did buy the presidency, From what I seen, professor value his investment in, because see, his support for Cheeto Hitler, his company's value actually increased by 140 billion, which increases his worth. So he only cost him 220. So it's like 5,600% is what he made off that deal buying the presidency. So that's interesting. Let's keep complaining, but let's keep using the stuff that makes them relevant. Why not? And they're talking about cutting government funding for this, that, and the other. Well, how about we cut the funding for SpaceX? They got like 13 billion, I think it is, in contracts right now. Let's start cutting those back. All we really need is someone to take astronauts and supplies to the space station. But actually, they're already talking about decommissioning the space station. And unless there's something actually important going on, why don't we go ahead and shut it down now? Bring everybody home and save some money for a minute. Um, but we won't do that. We won't do that because rich people make money off space programs. It's just like defense contractors. We won't cut defense because there's a lot of, you know, money makers that make a lot of money off government contracts. Um, Employing people in the production of those weapons and systems, that's just, part of the deal. And if they could cut that out, they would. So they wouldn't have to pay nobody. But yeah, this is just unreal. And we haven't even gotten to January 20th yet. This is going to get freaking unbelievable. So I heard that on a couple of news sites, Bloomberg, one of them, about this this talk about him buying TikTok, and it's like, sure, why not? Why not? I do believe revolution's coming. To be honest, and I think the opposition to the wealthy is growing. I think the gentleman doing what he did to the executive of Nine Healthcare has sparked some things with some people, and just better be ready for it. That's all I can say.